So what's the difference between dependent events and independent events? So and lakit. Nah, di ko kabalo. Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, class. Wow, me too. So this time we are going to teach you the difference between independent events and dependent events. So here we go. So what's the difference between independent events and dependent events? So let's start off with independent events. So independent events, the first event does not affect the second event, the third event, and so on. Walay napiktuhan. For example, nag-draw ka of items from a bag. Like there are 10 items. Then sa first draw, nagkuha kag isa, the second draw, before ka nag-draw, gibalik yung mga item. So walay na change. So wala napiktuhan ang ikaduha nga event. That's for independent event. The formula for independent event is the probability of A intersect B equals the probability of A times the probability of B. Now let's move on to dependent events. Now for dependent events, the second event, the third event, and so on is affected by the first event. So naay changes. Like for example, same example as earlier. Nag-draw kag items from a bag. For example, like there are 10 items. Sa first draw, nagkuha kag isa. Dayon, wala ni mo gibalik ang item. So sa second draw, there are only 9 items left. So as you can see, napiktuhan ang second event sa first event. So the keyword there is, for independent event, the item is returned. But for dependent event, the item is not returned. The formula for dependent events, we have the probability of A intersect B equals the probability of A times the probability of B over A. Now to understand more, let's have our first example. Miss Tijano has a cosmetic box which contains 9 MAC lipsticks and 12 Dior creams. If she picks 2 randomly, A, what is the probability that she picks 2 lipsticks if the item is returned after the first draw? B, what is the probability that she picks 2 creams if the item is not returned? So for letter A, what is the probability that she picks 2 lipsticks if the item is returned after the first draw? So it's independent event. So the formula is the probability of A intersect B equals the probability of A times the probability of B. Remember, there are 9 MAC lipsticks in all. So it's 9 over how many items? We have 21. 9 plus 12 equals 21. The item is returned, so parehara. 9 over 21. Then let's multiply. 9 times 9 equals 81. 21 times 21 equals 441. Then divide. 81 divided by 441, the answer is 0.1836734 Then multiply it by 100%. Easy lang, i-move ang decimal point 2 places to the right. I-round off, round up ang 7, so mag-add kag 1, the answer is 18.37%. So muna ang probability makakuha si Pebi og duha ka lipstick. Letter B, what is the probability that she picks 2 creams if the item is not returned? So it's dependent event. So the formula is the probability of A intersect B equals the probability of A times the probability of B over A. So pila ka buok creams? We have 12. So sa first draw, we have 12 over 21. Remember ha, wala gibalik ang item, so pilay na habilin, 11 na lang over 20. Very good. Then let's multiply. 12 times 11 is 132. 21 times 20 is 420. Then divide. 132 divided by 420, the answer is 0.3142857,143. Then multiply it by 100%. The same process, i-move ang decimal point to the right twice. Round up gyapon ng 8, so mag-plus kag 1 sa 2. So the answer is 31.43%. Muna ang probability nga makapick siya duha ka cream. Febelin draws 2 cards randomly from a standard deck of cards. A. What is the probability that she picks 2 spade cards if the card is returned after the first draw? B. What is the probability that she picks 2 queen cards if the card is not returned after the first draw? Alright, for letter A, what is the probability that she picks 2 spade cards if the card is returned after the first draw? So it's independent kay gibalik man ang card. So muna siya ang formula. Remember, pila ka box spade? Sa isa ka deck of card, we have 13. Diba? 13 ka spade. Then pila ka buktanan cards? 52. So the same ra siya kay wala may nausab kay gibalik man ang card after the first draw. 13 times 13 is equal to 169. 52, magamit na tag-calculator. 52 times 52 equals 2,704. Then atong i-divide. 169 divided by 2,704, the answer is 0.0625 times 100%. Okay, move 2 places. So the answer is 6.25%. Muna'y probability nga makuha siya duha ka spade cards. 6.25%. Now let's proceed to B. What is the probability that she picks 2 queen cards if the card is not returned after the first draw? So that is dependent event. Kaya wala man gibalik ang card after the first draw. Maapektuhan ang second draw. So, pila makabo queen sa isa ka deck of card? 4. Diamond, heart, clover, ug spade. Then the same number of cards, 52. So, tulo na lang sa ikaduha, then 51 na lang pod sa ikaduha. Tanan. 4 times 3 equals 12. 52 times 51, the answer is 2,652. Then atong i-divide. Then pag-divide nato, wala na nakaya sa calculator ang kataas sa decimal. Nag-scientific notation naman, moong kana i-multiply nato dayon og 100. Diretso na ta sa final answer. Times 100. So the answer is 0.45%. So the probability makuha siya queen is 0.45%. So I hope that you're learning, class, and I'm so glad that you're still here. I hope that you will have good scores on your exam. God bless. You can do it. Bye.